I didn't want to talk about it, but today is here. The other day, like 2 weeks ago maybe, I got a phone call saying that my blood test came back positive for the baby possibly having a birth defect. So today we're going to the doctor, and pretty much they're just going to confirm, or how do I find this? It could either be negative. They said most of the time it's negative. A lot of the time it's negative. A lot of the time it's false positive. So we're going to just run some tests and do a lot today. I don't know how much I could possibly record. I'm going to try to have my boyfriend sneak in the camera. But hopefully we get good news and it was just a false positive and we can move forward through this. If not, then you guys are just on this journey with me. Let's do this.
So first I would like to apologize because a lot of this video is going to be of the ceiling or the grounds due to the fact that I'm not able to record the doctor or the nurses. I did have a little oopsies and showing the doctor a little bit, but I couldn't have the camera all in his face or in my face due to me being so emotional. So I just hope that it is okay. You can still hear the doctor explain what is going on. It's just going to be footage of the ceiling and ground.
It's a baby heart. Okay, you stay in the bed. The doctor here, she will come right now, okay?
Is everything okay?
The doctors will tell you, okay?
I'm trying to think positive, but this has never happened before. Does that mean waiting, just sitting here like this? Like, what are you looking for? Why are you gonna do that? Like, nobody won't tell me shit.
Hello, Dr. Hershey. How do you pronounce your first name?
Crochet?
Crochet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice to meet you. And it's supposed to be the father of the baby here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look. Has everything been going okay with the pregnancy?
Yeah.
You're a patient of Dr.
Other than
Well, I want to
scares.
look at it, then they will talk to you across the hall.
Okay.
Dr. Bourbano's your OB doctor?
Yes.
Have you had any ultrasounds done before today?
She does them, but it's not. She does it very quickly. And just snaps some random photos, and that's it. I haven't had like a detailed one like today.
When did you first start seeing her? How long?
I think when I was about 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Do you have other children?
Yes, one.
This is the baby's skin around the abdomen. There's a little bit of fluid inside the abdomen right here. See that black? This is now up into the chest. This is the heart beating. I'm concerned there is a cleft in the lip. Looks like right here. I'm going to talk to you about it across the hall so he can help you. You can wipe this up right now with goo on your tummy. Put the table down for him. So is everything been going okay with the pregnancy?
Other than me being sick, I have nausea.
Nausea, okay.
That's it.
Okay. And let's see here. So you had this blood test, and I'll go over this too in just a minute. So you have one other child, right? Is that a boy
Yes,
or a girl?
a boy.
And are you the father of that boy? Okay. And then, okay, well, what you had was a screening test. It was a blood test that was done, when the heck was it? It was the 22nd of April, so it would have been, what, about a little 2.5 weeks ago. You had a blood test. Did they talk to you at all about that blood test result?
They just told me it was positive, and they can't tell me anything else until I come here.
Okay. Well, you know, the thing is that this is the screening test, which, you know, in medicine we have two different types of tests. We have diagnostic tests and screening tests.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very different. You know, diagnostic tests tell you what the problem is. They make a diagnosis.
Okay.
Screening tests are tests that are done in normal people just to see whether your chance of a problem is increased. So in other words, when a screening test is positive, it doesn't mean there's a problem. It just means the odds are increased. You're at greater risk for a problem. And so this is this blood test is a screening test for these various genetic chromosome problems. And the one that most people have heard of is the Down syndrome. You heard of that condition, Down syndrome? So this is the results of the test right here. There's 4 different things that the test screens for. And you can see this is negative, negative, negative. Then this one is positive. Now the T21, T stands for trisomy. That means there's the number 21 chromosome. There's 3 of them instead of 2. That's the same thing as Down syndrome. So the way it works, I'll just go over these first. These were very low risks, but with this one, if the risk is greater than 1 chance in 150, it's considered screen positive. And yours was greater than one chance in 10 for this Down syndrome. So, you know, that may be 1 chance in 9, let's say. So there'd still be 8 chances out of 9 based on this that the baby would not have that. However, on the ultrasound, we're finding a problem. I think I showed you that cleft in the lip, but there's a fluid collection around the baby and inside the baby's abdomen. It's building up. It has a name for it, and a condition is called hydrops, which it can be due to one of these chromosome problems where the heart is not working properly, and it's allowing this fluid to come out. And to try to make a diagnosis, there's a couple options that are available if you want through the state program. I don't know whether did they talk to you at all about this amniocentesis procedure? Have you ever heard of that? Where it takes some fluid out of the sac where the baby is. You know, it's called the amniocentesis. I'll show you that in just a moment. The other thing, one is a blood test that's done, but it's a screening test. It's a very good, extremely good screening test. But the amniocentesis is a better test. It gives you more things, and but it's done with a needle.
Okay.
How do you do with needles?
Not so loud.
Not your favorite thing.
No, it's not my favorite.
Okay. Well, I'll show you how this is done. I mean, you don't have to do it. It's just an option. So, for example, that's your tummy, and that's your bottom, and that's your legs out here, and this is your head. This is the belly button. And the uterus is kind of shaped like a pear. Was your boy delivered vaginal or C-section?
Vaginal.
So that's the cervix that dilates when we go into labor, and the vagina is down here. And then the baby's inside the uterus, arms and legs. The placenta nourishes the baby. That's attached to the wall of the uterus like that, and the baby's connected to it. The umbilical cord goes from its belly button to the placenta. It's the umbilical cord. Then the baby's swimming in this like a water balloon of amniotic fluid. There are little cells that are floating around in here. And the way the amniocentesis works is somewhere between your belly button and the pubic bone, and a needle is inserted. So it's all done with ultrasound, so it goes into a safe area away from the baby and the fluid, and most people say it kind of feels like a blood test, and it takes about 2 minutes to remove this fluid. But it's diagnostic. It tells you for sure whether there's one of these genetic chromosome problems that are causing what we're seeing on the ultrasound. So I would recommend doing it. It's a very safe procedure. It's thought that maybe it has a very minimal, like 1 chance in 1,000 risk issue. So it's not, you know, it's probably it's very safe, but it has a slight risk. There's a consent form for it here. That I will show you. Now there's this other blood test that you can do as an option. Again, I would not recommend it, but it is an option for you. Where this is, in other words, there's actually you have 3 options at this point. One is doing nothing, and we just with the ultrasound, and we'd see you back again to take a look at the baby with the ultrasound again. Or you can do the amniocentesis, which if you want to do that, we'd take you back across the hall to do it. It just takes a couple of minutes. Or the other one, the third option is this blood test that is just a blood test where we give you a little packet of a little box that has a syringe and a needle. You go to the lab, they take some blood out of your arm, send it off, and it takes about a week to get the results of that. If that's positive, then you'd want to have it confirmed with the amniocentesis. But given that we saw these things on the ultrasound, I would recommend doing that. But again, it's your choice. So this is the consent form for the blood test, and we go to the lab and get it done. And then this is a consent form for the amniocentesis.
And how long does those results?
Well, it takes about a week and a half. Maybe we'd call you the same day the lab gets for either of these, we'd call you right away as soon as we got the result. But maybe before you look into these, do you have any questions about anything at this point?
What's the cliff lip? What is that?
Well, that's the lip is cut open like this, and it's something that it can be fixed surgically after the baby's born. You may have seen people with a little scar up here from having fixed it when they were very young. It's a birth defect. It's not terribly rare. It's somewhat common, but not terribly rare. But the point is, the more serious issue is this fluid collection that I was mentioning. That's in the baby's abdomen and around under the skin, called hydrops, and it's probably. Unfortunately, probably due to one of these chromosome problems. But again, we wouldn't know it for sure unless you did the amniocentesis procedure. So, like I said, you could do this today, and if you're really, you don't want to, if you're not sure what you want to do and you just want more time to think about it, you could take. We have.
I'll get it done today.
Unless you have any questions at the moment, I'll just step out and.
Is the fluids like affecting the baby, like hurting the baby?
Well, it's probably putting a strain on the heart. Yeah, his heart's beating, but it's hard. It's probably some strain on the heart.
And then what can you do about it? Like, there's nothing.
There's really nothing you can do. I mean, some people try to remove that extra fluid by suction, but it doesn't work. It comes back again. It would just have to mean that you'd have to wait and see if it resolves itself. It sometimes does, but sometimes it doesn't. The baby's at a risk for not making it. I can't tell you for sure. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it makes it okay. But it's the big deal when you see that fluid that I was mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So take a look at these, and then I'll, like I said, I'll come back again in a bit to see if you have any questions about them. If you want to do one or the other, then we can do that today. And if we've got an extra copy of this, you can keep the copy of the report. I'm surprised they didn't show you that, but I guess they didn't.
So I went ahead and did the procedure. I was not able to record that part at all, but I am showing you where the needle went into my stomach and the little scar it left. And I guess you could see a little bit of my stretch marks as well. So